Hi there, I'm Alex from the Southern Ukulele Store, and I'm back this week to talk about a brand that we have featured before, but so long ago, a different time, a very different time. I had big hair and only the smallest of bald patches right in the middle at the back that you could see in the videos when I turned around like this. And this brand, we've always liked them, we've always had a thing for them, but they went through a change where they were either, I don't know if it was either changing factories or changing the design of the ukuleles, and we check in every now and again, and just recently they've relaunched some of the more well-known series. That ukulele brand is Kamoa. Now Kamoa are a shop, they are in Hawaii, they are selling Kamaka Koaloha, and Kamoa ukuleles are their house brand, in much the same way that we have, Southern Ukulele Store models that are exclusive to us. Kamoa is their thing. They are designing them, clearly refining them over different deliveries and different time periods, and what we have today is just a sample of what they have. So if you're liking what you hear today, it's worth checking out Kamoa's own store, but the three models in particular that we have here are the first of the new design and new builds that we are stocking. So we're going to look at the L5, M5 and E5 ukuleles, not necessarily in that order. And these ukuleles are mid-price point instruments competing with things like Pono and Miller and some of the higher end Kala ukuleles. They are made in China, but very clearly designed and tweaked to be slightly more Hawaiian. They feel very Hawaiian, they feel big in the hands, and they feel and sound very warm and chunky. And the three ukuleles we're going to look at today, we'll talk about their positives, and we'll also talk a little bit about their flaws, because that's an important factor in the price that we sell them at. If you're wondering why I don't mention prices in the videos, just check the links in the description. It'll always take you to the most relevant and current listing of the instrument, and the reason I don't mention prices, for those wondering, is because prices change from one delivery to the next. If I make a video today and I say something's £300, and then the next time we have it, component costs have made it £360, you're going to think that it's not a good deal when it is, and I just don't like making these videos and dating them. I'm sure you understand. Anyway, we're going to look first at the L5-T, which is the one that many of you will be familiar with from back in our early 2016, 2017 YouTube videos. Let's take a look at the L5. The first ukulele we're going to look at today is the Kamoa L5-T. The L5-T is a cannon. It's really loud, it's bold, it's vibrant. Has a spruce top, solid spruce top with solid walnut back and sides. Oven coal in some reviews and listings, walnut described in others. I think it's more like oven coal. It has that kind of orange tinge to it. You have a mahogany neck with a rosewood fingerboard and bridge, and it's a slot bridge. So you just tie a knot in the end of your string, pop it in the hole and then pull it tight. The easiest and quickest bridge to restring. You've got the lovely Kamoa inlay on the headstock there, with a 36mm nut width, so slightly chunkier, rounder neck than say Kala. And then you have these closed back Kamoa branded tuners too. And I like the kind of single point headstock, the classic headstock. You also have a single rosette, which is almost like a rope binding rosette. And all of these ukuleles come out of the factory strung low G, which I know makes a portion of the audience going, but you can always change it. In fact, we put links in the listings on our website now. So if you want to change something from high to low or low to high, you can do that when you place the order, and it's nice and easy. So don't be put off by something being low G in a sound sample if you're a high G player. Having said about all the positives of this ukulele now, I will talk about the negatives, and this goes really for the Spruce and Cedar models, and to a lesser extent the mahogany one we're going to look at later too. Cosmetically, these ukuleles are not great. Cosmetically they're about 7 out of 10, which is a really difficult position to be in as a dealer, because they've arrived being a little bit rough and ready. I wouldn't say any of them were fails or any of them had problems that would put most of us off, but it is a shame. It's just the natural finish that's been used is very light, and it's almost like it's just, if you blow on it, it's kind of made it look a little bit road worn. Also small things like the tuners being just ever so slightly off center, and they don't spoil the sound the ukulele produces, and they don't spoil the overall feel that you get from it. In fact, the bracing inside it's really clever, because the ukulele is feather light, and when you look inside, it's been really trimmed and really honed in to be something special. So what you've got here is a ukulele that price wise it should be kind of up there with the Millers and Big Islands, but actually it competes price wise with the Ponos, things like that. So the price reflects the cosmetic marks, and what you're getting is a ukulele that you can definitely grow into. In fact, I'm sure that some Kamoa owners will weigh in the comment section of this video, because Kamoas, back when we used to sell them before, were so popular and they really resonate with a certain kind of player. So anyway, I don't like talking negatively about ukuleles, but it's important to manage your expectations, as that's what I'm here for. I'm going to give the L5-T a play and see what you think. Okay, next up today we have the Kamoa E5-T. The E5-T is actually even lighter in the hands than the L5-T I've just featured. This is one of the lightest tenor ukuleles that I have held at any price. There's something about this that's really quite unique. It's got a cedar top, solid cedar top, and solid mahogany back and sides. The look of the whole thing has a slightly more kind of old Kamaka vibe to it, which I don't know if that's deliberate or not, but it's it sure is lovely to behold. You've got a white mother of pearl rosette, which is a feature you don't see really against cedar very often, and you've got black binding with a slight black white black plastic ABS around there too. You have a rosewood fingerboard and bridge again on this model, and the mahogany on this with the matte finish looks especially nice. Lots of people out there really were into the Sigma ukuleles that have now been discontinued, as well as the Court ukuleles and some of the Kala SMH. There's lots of models out there, is what I'm trying to say, that have this satin mahogany vibe, but the difference between a matte finish and a satin finish is satins look nice and pristine, and a matte finish often you see more of the eccentricities of the wood. So once again you've got that Kamoa headstock with the with the closed back Kamoa tuners and the white buttons, 36mm nut and a nice round neck, but it's nice to have a slightly bigger, rounder neck with a wider nut. Once again, you do have some cosmetic perfections on them, and I wonder if part of that might be the lightness of the matte finish, because it tends to feel, everything tends to be shown up in its kind of glory or not glory, depending on how you want to look at it. But still, just a really lovely ukulele, priced against a Pono, offering something completely different and very Hawaiian. So let's give the E5-T a play and see what you think. Okay, last up today we're going to take a look at the Kamoa M5-T. This is all solid mahogany. It's the most traditional kind of Martin style, Gibson style 1920s, 30s ukulele in the range. And this is actually one where that matte natural finish just works so well, because the mahogany has this very porous grain. And when you look at it from certain lights, this ukulele is the kind of thing that in about 3 years will look really battered and worn in. And that's something that a lot of people who play delicately really don't like, but those that really like to live in their instruments and kind of form a bond with them will really dig this model. So you have a mahogany neck, rosewood fingerboard and bridge. Once again, it's the slot bridge. So you tie a knot, pop it in, pull it up tight. And that is the quickest and easiest one to restring. Just once again, you have the Kamoa headstock with the Kamoa inlay and the closed back Kamoa tuners with the white buttons, and they work really well. They're really smooth tuners, typical of something up to kind of £300-400 in price. Finally, you have this really nice maple and rosewood rosette, that kind of classic, almost kind of domino effect. And yeah, this is my favourite of the three, just putting it out there for anyone interested. I've just something about this, I can see myself playing it, and I think the low G works really well in the context of mahogany ukulele. Anyway, let's give the M5-T a play, and I'll be back to sign off in a moment. There you have it, folks. We've looked at Kamoa ukuleles once again. I'd ask you, please, if you've enjoyed the video, to subscribe to the channel, give the video a like, leave a comment, tell us your stories about Kamoa and your ukuleles. We love to hear about them. And if there's anything you want to see featured in the future that's on the Southern Ukulele Store website but hasn't had a spotlight recently, please let me know in the comment section. I do read all of the comments. I reply to the ones that I feel I can give a good reply to, which is 99% of them. And I am looking forward to being back and doing this all again next week. If you have any questions, give me a call on 01202 430 820, or you can email us at alex@ukulele.co.uk. Have a great week, everybody, and thanks for watching.